Guys, I'm not looking for any trouble. And Brandon Skyler can tell you I'm a nice dude. I go out of my way for my friends. I'm sorry, I can't hear you. There are cars passing. Wait, I can't what? Wait, speak louder. Wait, what? Jake, Brandon said I could come back in and say hello, chat for a minute, and go. Jake doesn't want me here for whatever reason. I don't know, because last week he left my house in the middle of the night with the TVs on and everything else and just left. And so, and he's ignored my phone calls all week long. And he says he doesn't have time, but when it's convenient for him, I came over because he just say hi, because I haven't seen him all week, to get my sunglasses that he has. And, and to get my Super Mario DVD that he took from my house on Friday.
I don't know.
I'm not here to start trouble with you. I'm not.
I can't give you anything if it's out.
But my point is, he tells me that I don't want you here, but he said, well, they locked the door. And I said, well, I know Skylar, because he messaged me earlier that Brandon's got company. It's not advisable. I know you. You know I'm not a bad person. Yeah. So, and I treat everybody fairly. So he was leaving with Shay because, I came, otherwise they would have stayed. I don't know what his particular deal is. I don't know. I know he left last Friday night, in the middle of the night.
I hate Obama.
And left my TV on, and the door is unlocked. And he says my sunglasses are at my house, but I know they're not. They're here. And I know he took my Super Mario 3 CD, my Super Mario Bros CD. And he is comps. But I don't want any trouble. I know, you heard Brandon say, yeah. I mean, if he pays rent here and Brandon pays rent here, why can't Brandon have company over too? Can you help him understand that?
Basically, he doesn't. But basically, he didn't want to go against him because they stay together.
What did you say, Boo?
I was Jake. He just said he doesn't want you in the house and whatnot. And I'm like,
did he tell you why? Okay, well,
I don't talk to him that much.
I understand that, and
He's not my type of people.
And that's probably the reason he doesn't want me to stay and talk, because he may be afraid I'm going to say something of what he said about you, which I don't build my judgment on what other people say of people. I build my judgment on meeting you. I met you. We chatted very briefly last time I was here. Yeah. We chatted briefly here now, and then Jake's got his attitude. Wow. And, I mean, you pay rent here, he pays rent here, so whomever you decide to have over as a guest for 5 or 10 minutes, whoever he decides to have over as a guest for 5 or 10 minutes, shouldn't be a problem. Yeah. Because, I mean, I'm not going anywhere other than to the living room to say hello, to talk, catch up with you, and, to talk with you. I mean, I don't feel like, I don't want to rush out of here like some bullshit, but, I mean, if Jake is intending on calling the police, baby, check this stuff on your stove.
I don't know what's going on.
Huh?
So I don't know what's going on.
Well, I don't know. See, I don't know what's going on either. He won't talk. That's just it. I mean, they're
totally opposite people.
Well, last Friday night he was chatting. After we came here, he was chatting with some boy online. That's some boy named Levi, I guess his name was, or something like that, or Jamie Ivy.
They change every day.
Yeah, but anyway, so at 1:30, the boy says, "Oh, I'm really drunk. Come get me. I'm at the Cape Street pub." Jake throws some keys on the counter and says, "I'm going to go get my friend. I'll be back. I'm coming back, so I'm leaving my keys here." I'm like, "Jake, I'll ride with you if you want to take a drunk friend home. There's no sense in you dealing with a drunk person by yourself. I would go ride with you." And he said no, and he flies out the driveway. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not stupid. He's sat in my house before and played online and picked up tricks and left my house and went and did whatever. And, all I've ever asked from my friends, and Skylar will tell you this, the only thing I've asked from my friends is to communicate and be honest. Don't bullshit me. And so, Jake had my sunglasses that he borrowed a couple weeks ago, and I kept asking him to bring them back, and he's like, oh, he said, they're at your house. Well, I know they're not at my house because I looked at my house. And, he told me that he still had them. And then when I went to pull out my Super Mario Bros CD, my DVD for Wii, it was gone, and he'd been asking to borrow it. And the case was still there, but the DVD was gone. So I'm not accusing saying that he took it. I'm just saying it mysteriously disappeared, and there's been nobody else in my house but him. Mm-hmm. And that may be the reason he's pissed off, other than the fact that, I did go to Hammond Friday night and to make sure that he was okay to find the boy. The boy never showed up. And then 2 hours later, he leaves my house, doesn't tell me he's leaving, TV's on, doors are unlocked. And I said, why didn't you tell me you were leaving? You could have turned out the lights or whatever. He's like, oh, I'm going to an orgy. And I'm like, oh, have fun. Not that I wanted to go, but, it would have been nice for you to tell me, where you were going. And it was apparently with Jonathan, Graham, and Daniel, and
I don't know any of these people.
And your neighbor.
And
your neighbor.
that one?
One of your neighbors. Mm.
Yeah, I already know. That neighbor is like that.
Well, no, not that. That's a Joseph back there, right? Joseph and Corey.
Yeah. Talk about the other one right here.
Jesse. Get your ring up. So, I mean,
He's freaking out.
Oh, I know he is. Ask him what he's so afraid of. How long have you been here?
I came down last night.
Well, you should have texted me or something, honey.
I remember. So basically, I met him on Adam like a pilot out the last week, and we ended up talking.
Well, I'm on Adam for Adam. Shoot me a message or something. So I like Jake, but Jake's done some shady shit, and I've still allowed him to be friends and come over, hang out, and he'll come over.
He said he called the police.
He called the police? But he's not here, and I'm still talking.
He said he can't. He said he can't come home because you're here.
He's not going. Did he just not say he wasn't going home? Did he just not say he wasn't coming home? He was leaving to go to his mother's house. Okay. Well.
You got people like that, or I don't associate with them.
Well, I understand, and I'm trying to form my opinion on you based on my conversations with you, and I gather that you're not like him. And if I want him to be a bitter queen, I could sit here and tell you everything that he said up and down about you. But I'm not. I know you don't. I know you don't. But for some reason, he doesn't want me here, and I'm not sure why. I mean, what is it? What's the mosquito?
No, they're bad tonight.
Oh, they said there's bats. I was like, girl, no.
They said we almost saw a gator.
A gator where?
I took him to the front to Clark.
I mean, are you offended that I'm here talking to you?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. Just so we know, because if the police show up, and he's going to say, well, he can't come home. Well, we all know that he left to go to his mama's house on his own. Nobody told him he had to leave. But, are you back at the Ponchatoula store now?
Okay. Yeah, I'm done. Between us, he won't be there that much longer.
Oh. Well, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Because he comes to my house and he bitches about this and bitches about that and bitches about this and bitches about that. And so, it's just, it's in one ear and out the other. And, I've been friends with him for several months, and he treated me like shit and ignored me. But I'm used to, as I told him, I'm going to be here to be your friend when all your friends have left and gone, your boyfriends and your relationships have broken up. I think I've even mentioned that to you. You and Robbie, I said, I'm going to be here when it's all gone. I'm always people's friends. And I'm always, having people over at my house and hanging out and doing stuff. And Jake was no different until this past Friday. when he disappeared and has ignored me all week long, and says he doesn't have a he said that he's been busy all week, that he's ignored everybody all week long. I'm like, well, Jake, I know you. You're pretty social. You haven't ignored everybody all week long.
He hasn't wake up till like 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
I know, but I know he also doesn't go to bed till 4 o'clock in the morning. When
That nigga's killing me.
Yeah.
do you have your phone in your pocket?
It was from our hiking.
I saw the little mountain y'all was trying to climb.
No, we're hiking to the trail thing.
Yeah.
I'll give you my number before the police show up.
Like 30 miles.
Because if the police show up, Jake's going to be in more trouble than anybody else, I guarantee you. It's 985-474-2906.
I just don't like that.
I don't like it
That's
either.
his ex-boyfriend.
Huh? Who's his ex-boyfriend? Which one? You said so many. I've heard about Jesse.
The inmate number, right? 985-474-2906.
Yeah.
Okay.
It says they meet?
It's round.
Oh, that's odd because everybody else it says Hammond. It's a local number. But anyway, I ain't stirring no trouble. I didn't come here to stir no trouble. I just came here to talk to him to find out, hey, what's going on? Why have you been so distant? What's happening? And then, Shay pulls up and they pull off.
Hello.
I was about to say, they drove up quick. Look at the little doggy. Hey, little doggy.
Cutie.
She said, whoa.
I'm going to assume, and correct me if I'm wrong, that you boys were engaging in a hookup. Correct me if I'm wrong, yes or no?
No.
Okay.
No, there's something a little more.
What?
Hopefully there's more.
Well, you know what I mean. You're getting ready to play around, et cetera, et cetera. If there's more to it, there's more to it. But it appeared to me that it was about the whoopee. The reason I make that comment is I was going to say that if you guys get bored later and you want to come to my house, you're more than welcome to. He can tell you I have a big house.
Yeah.
My big 46-inch in the living room.
Nice dogs, too.
I got 2 Cocker Spaniels, Theater Sound, and Wii, and Netflix, and TiVo, and all that stuff. Did he cut off your home phone?
We cut off everything.
Do you have the phone? I'll take that too while I'm here.
I can't give you anything without him being here.
I gave it to him.
Yeah. I'm trying to avoid all drama.
Okay.
If he's not here, I can't do it. You know how?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's between you and him.
Okay.
Oh. I don't want him to come in. Oh, the phone's missing. Oh.
Well, he told me earlier in a text message he cut the phone off because he was trying to reduce expenses and I told him, I said, if you stop smoking, you'd have it made.
Going out.
Yeah.
That's not my business. Saying going out, but that's not my business.
Well, yeah. I'm a bit older. I know the games. I play the games. Just like he went to Natchitoches and told me, I didn't go nowhere this weekend. Yet his GPS was saying he was 172.2 miles away. Yeah. And then on his Facebook page, he was like, oh, I'm in Natchitoches this weekend. And then I called him out on it, and he, played bullshit. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. So, he's lied to me, and I've looked it over. But over the past few weeks, he's been pretty much a good friend, and has been over all of the time. And, but anyway. Well, I don't know if I should wait to give them my side of the story, or if what, because technically I'm not trespassing, because you said it was okay. I have not entered the premises, but I'm going to send him a text message that I want my sunglasses and I want my Mario Wii, which I know that he does have.
Well, text messaging is a good idea because then you can have it in the message to prove it.
I already do.
Okay.
And he just made the comment a while ago. He goes, I'm just going to block you. For what the fuck, dude? What the fuck? I didn't do nothing to you. I'm just trying.
High school drama.
I know. And, I'll just say this. if you guys decide that you want to get out of the house later, I have Netflix. I have Amazon on demand.
Yeah. Amazon. Oh yeah, movies. Yeah.
And then I also have all the Wii dance games and all that stuff.
Dancing here
The Zumba.
I'm sore.
The Zumba.
That's made of sore.
I had Mario up until last Friday night. I'm going to go to avoid any further controversy. I hope this, doesn't. Yeah, I know he's gonna tell you never to talk to me again because he doesn't want me talking to you. He made that pretty clear up front. Yeah. And well, I understand that, but that's what he's attempting to do right now. And anyway,
Have a wonderful night.
I will.
Sorry
But
for his actions.
well, I mean, I don't want you to judge me on his actions.
I don't judge.
Wow.
I was raised, well, I don't judge anybody.
I mean,
Until I get to know.
expected UPS package. Skylar can tell you that I've been through a lot, with him and his ex and that circle of friends. But I've always maintained an open door policy. If you want to come over and hang out, I don't care. It's always welcome. Jake's made himself welcome at my house many times by just showing up. And you know Tristan, don't you? Tristan Gorman lives out near Arcola. Screen name is TRIS on Adam Prada. I mean on Grindr. Anyway. Oh my God. There was a fight at my house over Jake. That Jake had said something he wasn't supposed to say, and said it was ridiculous. And then Jake tried to initiate with a Spanish Mexican in my house. I'm like, I don't think so, boy. Time to go. Anyway, I'm stuttering my words because I know as soon as I walk around the corner, there'll be police with flashing lights saying, hold it. I'm like, if you're going to throw me against the wall, at least do it in the doorway. Because I have an image to uphold. What'd you get?
You see that? It has two fingers.
That's what Sky just like, you grabbed it.
I don't live here. Do you have a can opener? This little young girl next door wants to borrow.
Maybe.
What kind of can you trying to open, honey? Are you a twisty can opener or the one with the little twirly thing?
Like to open like a can.
Like a can of fruit?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe one of these fruits can open your can. Now you live in which apartment?
This one.
But there's only one door.
It's 2 doors. It's 2 doors there. It's like,
Oh, there's 2 doors at this. Oh.
It's right here too. It's like.
Oh, but you have one door, but they have 2 doors.
No, it's like separated. Like.
Yeah.
It's like this a door here, a door there.
No, but she has one door going in that direction.
Doesn't matter.
There's one here.
No. I know that one on the other side.
Right here.
And I promise I won't collect your can opener on the way out.
Okay.
Anyway, I guess just I'm going to send him a message and tell him to I want my stuff, and I'll give him 24 hours too.
Yeah, if he wants to call the cops on you, then. I don't know if he would want to call the cops on you.
Well, he's pissed off because, he went to go trick with that boy last week, and that boy didn't even show up at the bar. And he waited, and the boy didn't even show up. And then he comes back to my house bitching, and then he's playing online, and I'm exhausted at that point. So I said, I'm going to watch movies in the back bedroom to get out of the living room because I've been in the living room all night, and so had he. And then about 45 minutes later, the dogs barked, and I figured he went outside to smoke a cigarette, and I happened to look, and I couldn't see the reflection of his car. I looked out the window. His car was gone. The doors were unlocked. Televisions were still on. And he bitches to me about, oh, my electric bill. We got to turn all the electricity off when we leave because we can't afford the electric bill.
I know getting them
And and then he leaves the living room on. And I have a plasma TV, so that burns some juice. And the TiVo and the
Hello? Hi.
We're all going to dinner, tell him.
This is Brandon. Yes. No, I think you got the wrong number. Alright.
Oh, the wrong number.
You're looking for Bobby. Not Bobby and Brandon.
That could have been one of the aliases he told him call. So, why do you think Jake's leaving the store? Is he being transferred?
I hope so.
You hope so?
I keep talking about me.
Yeah, he's talking
I
about...
don't know where he wants to be in life.
Well, I don't think he knows either, but I had... he wanted to go out of town. I made reservations last week because he wanted to go out of town because his mom had some mental breakdown or something. And then I didn't hear from him at all.
You told me you were going to go with him.
And I made reservations this weekend. I've got 3 nights in Biloxi. At the Hard Rock.
That's nice, yeah.
Comps. and a suite. And I'm participating in a tournament. And I told him 2 weeks ago, I said, just tell James that you need, you have your Thursday and your Friday off. Just tell him you need to come in late on Saturday. Oh, well, James is taking his birthday weekend and he's not going to, hey, Jesse. He's not going to be there. And so I've got to figure out how my schedule, how you been?
I've been
I
good.
don't get one for loaning a can opener.
That's I'm sorry.
Be careful, the police were riding around a while ago.
Oh, was it?
Well, that's according to
Hello.
what's his name?
Well, thank you for letting me know.
Just be careful, yeah. Yeah, so I said, just tell him you want to come in late on Saturday. And he's like, oh, he's taking his birthday weekend, I can't get off. Well, I'm thinking he's off again this weekend on Thursday and Friday, and he's like, oh no, I'm working all week, and then yet he just tells Shay here that, oh, on my day off, I'm trying to enjoy it. Oh, you are?
Yeah, you come to with a smaller dog.
What happened to the smaller dog?
Didn't you had a smaller one a while ago, didn't you?
I know, I have 4.
You got your hands full.
That's some steroids. That little dog quick.
Really little.
Yeah.
Anything to drink? Like, we don't have any Coke or anything. Y'all want to pick up whatever y'all want to do.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let you guys go. Let y'all guys get back to your business. I'm pretty sure by now that he's probably blocked me all the way around, but that's okay. And I think probably by now, if he'd have called the police, they'd have been here by now. And he's probably waiting around the corner. What? Oh. It's okay. Jake pisses in my yard when he's got the urge. Like, at least water the plant, not the grass. But, all right. Well,
It's like the gay block right now.
I've heard that. He's like, you're never going to believe who's living next to me. Jesse. I'm like, Jesse? I was
We
like,
didn't know who was living where. We just kind of think that we're like, hey, we like
well, he
this.
knew who Jesse was before Jesse moved.
I didn't know.
Oh, there's a story behind that.
That was fun whenever I saw all kinds of people.
Because Jesse was playing me online one night, and he was playing Jake online one night at the same time, telling us totally different stories.
Yeah.
And
Well, his new little boy looks like he has
is that the new little boy?
I guess, I don't know. I don't talk to him. It was down here.
That little one?
Yeah.
I must have missed it.
We was talking out of it.
Just
We looked
now?
at his pants,
You should have just said, look at the light coming on. I was looking at his glasses trying to figure out if I knew his face, but I couldn't picture him.
It's the low dork that has packages like that. It's like ridiculous. It's like, it's probably about a foot long, I'm telling you.
Well, Jesse would tell you, oh, I'm a top. Bitch. Roll that bitch over, give her a little lube, and a little tingle with a little Pyrex dildo at her booty, and she is humming like she's at the races. Like, are you sure you're a top? He goes, oh yeah, that is so good. Okay, Jesse, you go right ahead. But Jesse was fun to hang out with for the few times we did, but then he got jealous over Jake hanging out or something like that.
Jake don't like Jesse either.
Jake says Jesse is too tall and too fat.
He's not fat at all.
Well, Jesse used to be big. I mean, Jesse used to be big. No, I mean, I've never seen him when he was big, but you can tell he's big and
Yeah.
well. And but the night that Tristan came over, Jesse was there, as a matter of fact, too. Well,
I was told there's a lot of wild parties involving Jesse. That's all I know. That's all I want to know.
oh yeah, Jesse told me about a party that involved the two in the back
Mm-hmm.
and somebody else at Chili's.
Mm-hmm.
But,
There's always a lot of wild parties.
oh my
I'm
honey,
staying away from it.
they say add a little pepper to your spice of chilies, but I didn't realize the pepper was hopping like that. Okay, he's still calling.
So I'll take your guy.
Mario. It's Mario Brothers 3, the one that comes in the red case this year. I know it is, because she took it. It's the only one been in the house. And that's why he doesn't want me here.
He's on his way back. He decided the cops don't think him.
Oh, cool. Oh, awesome.
They're escorting him.
Oh, wonderful.
So we're going to go inside.
Well, feel free to get my number from him, and we could all hang out. We could go to dinner or something, and I treat. And tell Jesse that tomorrow is Wednesday.
Yeah.
I'll give him 20. He left a
JC or
Jake.
Jake. You tell him yourself.
No, he left a jacket at my house.
Okay.
And an AE little gray button-up. Zipper.
Yeah.
He left it at my house. So,
Yours now.
if he's coming with the pool, no, it don't fit me, baby. I may be able to fit it around the waist. Use it as a cock sock. I'm gonna send him the message and tell him I want my stuff back in 24 hours. And to be honest, I've already had the Mario Brothers CD fingerprinted. So that's why I know where it's gone. All I've ever asked for Jesse was for him to be honest with me. Jake. It was the same way with Jesse too.
You had fun with Jesse?
Oh yeah, Jesse was telling me one thing on the phone. He was in love with Jonathan Gray. I'm in a relationship, but he and Jonathan never were sleeping together.
Yeah.
But just tell him I want it back. If he doesn't want to see me, he can just drop it off at my house. But I want it back tomorrow.
You can mail it to you.
What?
I said if he really doesn't want to go, he could just mail it to you.
Yeah, I want it back in one piece, not broken.
Yeah.
Because that's criminal damage.
Yeah.
Anyway, I know where he and Shay have gone anyway, so.
Yeah, they're right on the corner.
Okay, that's good. And, I guess I'll just go review the video camera footage that's in my house.
Yeah. Have a good night.
You guys be careful. I'm not trying to start trouble. He just pisses me off that he's going to try to tell me who I can be friends with, who he can be friends with, or who you can be friends with, and then want to invite strange people to my house for
I just know
sex.
he's a control freak.
Yeah, I know. I put gas in his tank. I bought him cigarettes. I bought him Red Bull and vodka, and he's just used me left and right.
Yeah.
And so, but
Learn from this.
I'm not going to hold it against you.
All right.
Y'all be careful.
All right, you too.
Mhm.